G'day, Mat Tippett here from Elite Triathlon Performance Australia. I want to take a few moments today and talk about activation for swimming, and particularly latissimus dorsi. What we do know when we see a lot of adults in the water, particularly beginners that haven't grown up swimming, is in the front or the catch part of their stroke, they have an external rotation and they drop their elbow, which forces their deltoid and their bicep to engage before their back, if in fact their back or their lat does engage. So I'm going to show you a few tricks that we use, particularly growing up as swimmers, and then that we give some of our age group guys as a part of their programs. So you probably all heard of the term TheraBands or bands. We do a lot of band work. So it looks a little bit like this. So you can do this anywhere, by the way. You don't need to have these bands. You can have any type of bands. They vary depending on the load you need, so obviously how strong you are. Okay, so the general principle is that you put yourself in a prone position. So the prone position is obviously the position you're in when you swim. What we're looking for is the same action that you have when you swim. Okay, so it's a pretty simple methodology. So you cusp or grab the bands the way your hands want to be in the water, so you don't need to necessarily clench your fists. You don't need too much force or load through them because you're only trying to activate the muscles. So you see here, you can probably see my lat is already sticking out and it's switched on. And it's switched on because of the way I'm holding the bands. So in the water, that's the position I would typically start my stroke in. Okay, so all we're trying to do is make that lat work. All right, so as you can see, it'll be switching on and off as it goes. Okay, and it's similar to my stroke. So I might do 5, one arm, 5 on the other arm. Just repeat that for 30 to 45 seconds, maybe even a minute. After I finish that, have a bit of a rest. Then I might do a minute of double arm activation. Okay, again, the key things you need to take from this, the way in which we move. So it's an internal rotation. Okay, so your forearm turns internally. So the way to think about it is that your palm turns down. Okay, that creates a paddle. All right, keeps your elbow high, ends up in that position. Your lat switched on. That's what we're looking for. So from there, it's quite a simple movement. Okay, if you repeat this before you get in the water, every time you get in the water, there's a few things you're going to ensure. One thing is you'll ensure you'll get stronger. And 2 is you'll ensure that you start switching your lat on. If you start switching your lat on, you're going to be using a bigger muscle group, you're going to swim faster, and we do know that for sure. So have a go, build it into your program, and enjoy. Cheers.